Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed camera review of the new Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. So Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite is one of the slimmest smartphones announced in 2021, and it is very lightweight too at 157 grams. So this is a premium category smartphone announced by Xiaomi under the Mi series. Now this device comes with a triple camera setup. It's a 64 megapixel triple camera and also a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So let's find out how the camera performs in this price segment. So before getting into the detailed video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's first have a look at the hardware offered. In terms of camera hardware, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite comes with a 64 megapixel primary camera with Samsung GW3 sensor. It has f1.79 aperture and 6p lens. There is a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with 119 degree field of view and a third 5 megapixel tele-macro camera with 2x telephoto lens. Now the front camera is 16 megapixel in-display shooter with f2.45 aperture. So let's find out how the camera performance is for the price segment. First, let's have a look at the daylight captures. In terms of daylight, the 64 megapixel sensor does a good job in bringing details and sharpness levels. The Samsung's GW3 sensor is a tried and tested sensor and one of the reliable ones too. The colors are good and natural looking without any sort of saturation issues. A lot of images are taken on a cloudy and rainy day, hence may not be as bright as some of our regular photos. But the images have come good with great amount of details. Even when you zoom into the pictures, you can see good amount of details and noise levels are kept to minimal. The colors are mostly accurate and even the sky colors tend to be natural even on a cloudy day. The dynamic range is once again very good and it resolves shadows pretty well. In terms of daylight, there is hardly anything to complain here and images came out really well for a 20k price smartphone. In case you don't like natural colors, Xiaomi also offers an option to enhance the colors with the Pro Color mode, which boosts the color saturation. Next, moving on to the 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. It does a decent job in maintaining colors similar to the primary camera and it succeeds in that as well. The colors are pretty much natural and the sharpness levels are acceptable, although not as good as the primary camera for obvious reasons. They just do exhibit noise, but it is more or less acceptable for an 8 megapixel ultra wide. The dynamic range seems to be decent on the ultra wide angle camera too. Overall, we feel it's quite an acceptable ultra wide angle camera on the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite. Now moving on to the close-up shots. The phone comes with pretty good imaging capabilities once again and the colors are natural here too. Previously Xiaomi has had this tendency to saturate few colors, but here we did not see that happen. The sharpness levels are impressive and once again does a really good job. The phone has 5 megapixel macro which is a 2x telephoto lens and this is one of the most highlighting aspect of the phone, and here the Mi 11 Lite does an excellent job with macros. This again probably one of the really good macro cameras in the premium segment. The colors are good and the sharpness levels are also great. Now moving on to the portraits. The Mi 11 Lite comes with good portrait shots, and one of the good things about Mi devices is that they don't add unnecessary beauty mode and hence the skin tones are natural and brings in good details too. Their edge detection is also pretty good and overall portraits have come quite good. Next, the low light captures. In indoor lights and with adequate artificial lights, the phone does a good job and you can see it has good sharpness levels and details are also quite okay. When light drops further, you can see noise kicking in and the noise is visible as well. But at the same time, you can see that the details are quite decent. Also, some of the images in low light tends to be a bit soft in nature and not really that sharp. Soft images with the noise doesn't look great at times, especially when the light gets lower. This is where the night mode helps in bringing down the noise levels. In fact, the device has an auto night mode option. In case it is not enabled, you can turn it on. The night mode helps in improving the overall quality of the image with better details. The sharpness levels are quite okay, but could have been better and details are just average when you zoom in. Again, the performance is quite okay, but considering that the phone retails for around 20 to 22k, we expect a slightly better low light performance from Mi 11 Lite. Finally, the selfie camera. The 16 megapixel shooter does a good job with selfies. The skin tones are natural and you can turn off the beauty mode. The sharpness levels and dynamic range is also good. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the images shown. The phone also has portrait mode for selfies. Here it does a decent job with edge detection, if not the best. Moving on to the video recording, the phone can record 4K at 30 fps and the quality is good. The sharpness levels are impressive and the details are also very good. The video has good colors too. It has come pretty good with EIS and overall the stabilized footage looks pretty good. The phone also supports 1080p at 60 fps. While the video quality looks okay, there is no stabilization being offered and hence it is not recommended for moving video shots. The 1080p at 30 fps supports stabilization and offers good clarity as well. The stabilization is good and so are the colors. The sharpness levels are quite acceptable and overall the quality is smooth with good colors too. The phone also comes with 1080p video for ultra wide angle lens and once again it has stabilization. While the quality is not as good as the primary camera for obvious reasons, it does a decent job overall. The video looks a bit too contrasty. We are not really sure if it is because of the cloudy conditions while testing. One of the good features of this phone is that the macro video, which does amazingly well in terms of quality, but it does have an issue with focus hunting, especially with moving subjects. The phone also supports slow motion at 120, 240 and 960 fps and the quality is quite decent for the price segment. The colors look a bit too vibrant in slow motion videos though. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Mi 11 Lite. So it can record videos in 1080p resolution. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera. So this is the front facing camera sample taken in 60 fps from the Mi 11 Lite. So you can see how good the 1080p 60 fps footage is from the front camera on the Mi 11 Lite. So this is the dual video mode on the Mi 11 Lite. So we have seen this on a lot of Xiaomi and Mi smartphones. So this device also comes with the dual mode. You can actually take video using both the rear and the front camera. Additionally, the phone also supports modes like clone mode, vlog, long exposure, pro color mode and the pro mode, which can be toggled from the settings. So summing up, how good is the camera on the Mi 11 Lite? The Mi 11 Lite offers good quality in terms of camera with good daylight shots, decent ultra wide, excellent macros and good portraits and good selfies. The Mi 11 Lite won't disappoint camera enthusiasts in this price segment. But yes, there is room for improvement in the low light and this is where Xiaomi can make the low light experience a tad better, at least for the price segment. So that is a detailed camera review of the Mi 11 Lite. So what do you guys think about the Mi 11 Lite? Do share in your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.